Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Ronnie with RCBASSIN, and thanks for tuning in today for our installment of Monday Meltdown here at RCBASSIN. So today on Monday Meltdown, we're going to talk about boat ramp etiquette, right? So, hey, over the past couple years, through COVID and all the stimulus checks coming out in everybody's bank accounts, nobody can really get out and do anything else. We've had an exponential growth in boaters and folks going out and enjoying the water, purchasing personal watercraft and all things outdoors, camping related. You guys know better than I do. There's like backlogs and back orders for everything, and just the industry has boomed, right? Which is great for the industry, but not so great for everyone trying to get out on the water at the same time. So when it comes to boat ramp etiquette, there's something to be said about being prepared, being knowledgeable, and getting on and off the water efficiently and being respectful of everyone else's time and their efforts to get on and off the water. And man, nothing is worse than pulling up to a long line of traffic, getting ready to launch. You're in line and you see folks parked on the ramp with their boat on the trailer and just making trips back and forth to the car in the parking lot. They got to go get the cooler, then they come back, and then they got to go get their life jackets. They come back, they got to go get the kids, and they come back. And then they're messing with the sunshade, trying to get that up so everybody doesn't burn up on the water, and getting their, floating rings and their beach equipment and all this other stuff together that they're going to take out with them. And, it's frustrating, right? You try to be patient, you try to be considerate, and it's just frustrating to see folks doing that. So, that causes me to melt down. I don't know about you guys, but I appreciate the fact that everyone's trying to get out on the water and enjoy, God's creations and our natural resources that are available to all of us to enjoy. But man, just, do a little preparation. And it doesn't happen with new boaters, but there's a lot of new boaters out there. But there's some things you can do if you're a new boater, even if you're an experienced boater, some things you should consider doing to be courteous of other folks, wanting to get out on the water or get off the water and on the trailer. Park up in the parking lot somewhere and do all those things that you're trying to get done before you get on the boat ramp. Check your straps and undo your straps and your trim, and get your transom saver off and all that stuff. Do all that before you get down to the ramp and you're getting ready to launch. That's just some things that you can do to make things smoother for yourself, and then for other people who are waiting in line to get launched. Have a checklist, right? Go through your checklist. When you park up in the parking lot, take all the time you want. Go over your checklist 2 or 3 times. Make sure you didn't forget anything. You've got check it twice, 3 times, however many times it takes for you to be comfortable to go down and launch. Do all that stuff before you get on the boat ramp. And when you're coming off the boat ramp, you're coming off the water, do the same thing. Get your boat on the trailer, hook up your winch strap, pull up in the parking lot, and then do all your unloading and strapping and all that stuff that you do before you take off and haul your boat on the way home or wherever you're going next. Make sure that be courteous of the folks that are waiting in line. And most often you see this with new boaters, right? And there's a lot of them out there. They're inexperienced. You see all these boat ramp chit shows, I call them, right? All these different things that happen on the boat ramp that folks film and put on social media and the interweb out there for people to get a laugh out of. But most times, if you're a new boater or you see someone struggling with something, you're going to find that most anglers and folks who come out there to get on the water, they're going to offer some assistance, right? So just recently, I ran into a situation where a guy was on his boat. He was trying to get his transom saver off. He didn't realize he had trim up on the throttle, right? So he was leaning over the back of the boat trying to get to the trim button on the motor to trim it up, and somebody to get the transom saver. I'm like, dude, you got trim up on your throttle. And he's like, I didn't know that. So I showed him where it was at, how to use it, just some simple stuff like that. But at least he was parked up in the parking lot, not down on the boat ramp, trying to figure out how to use his trim and get his boat ready to launch. So, be courteous, be kind, but if you're a boater, have a watercraft of any kind, and you're out there trying to get your stuff ready to get launched and get out on the water, just be courteous and be prepared. Some of the other things, right? Don't let the first time you go to launch your boat be the first time that you're trying to learn how to back up a trailer. You see that, sometimes boat ramps are built to be 2, 3, 4 feet, you can launch potentially, multiple boats at one time, but then you've got this one person who backs down, they're crooked sideways across the ramp, stretched across three areas where you could launch 3 different boats at one time. That's pretty frustrating too, right? So, and the way to prepare for that is take some time, pull your boat, get some experience driving it, go to a parking lot somewhere, learn how to back up and turn your wheel and get your boat to move the direction that you want to move when you're backing up. And just do some of that so that you're prepared. It'll make it easier on you, it'll make it easier on other people, and you won't be the subject of someone's frustrations out on the boat ramp. Man, the last thing that really just sets me off, right, is when I go to the lake and I go down, I launch, I come back up, I'm looking for a parking place. It doesn't happen too often because I usually go out early in the morning, so there's not a lot of pleasure boaters out there early in the morning. But you get out there, you're launched, you're looking for a place to park, and the parking lot's full, right? Because there's so many people trying to get on the water on the weekends or whatever, holidays. You're trying to get out there and go fishing, and every parking spot in the lot is full, and you see 3 or 4 where there's a car parked in a boat trailer parking spot. That almost sets me over the edge, man. I mean, I don't understand why you can't figure out that those long parking spaces are not for your Volkswagen Bug, right? or your truck with no trailer attached. So there's other parking places for that. Now, granted, they're farther away from the boat ramp, but there's a reason for that. It's so that folks who are launching watercraft and retrieving their watercraft have a place close to park to the ramp. And then you end up having to go park on the grass somewhere on the side of the road or some craziness, worrying about the whole time you're fishing. Is somebody going to tow me? Am I going to get a ticket? Or somebody going to hit me? That happens anyway. But you're worried the whole time about your vehicle and your trailer. The whole time you're fishing, you can't concentrate on what you're doing because you're worried about that mess. So that's another thing. Don't do that, right? Don't go out. If you're out there just going to meet somebody to get on their boat, or you're just messing around the lake or fishing off the bank, whatever you're doing, right? Just remember those spaces are for folks who are launching and retrieving their boats. Don't park your doggone, your Isuzu or Mitsubishi Mirage, your roller skate on wheels in a doggone parking spot designed for a vehicle and a trailer and a boat. So those are just some things to kind of put in perspective today's Monday Meltdown. I'll get this thing posted as quick as I can, as close to Monday as I can, but just another weekly installment of Monday Meltdown here at RC Bassin. Probably catch a little flack over this because I know there's some folks out there that are first-time boat owners and things, but just trying to share some information, some observations with the fishing community, and really the outdoor community at large. So thanks again for taking time out of your schedule to watch this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give us some comments, leave a thumbs up or down, however you feel about today's Monday Meltdown. And as always, stay safe out on the water. Tie lines, baby, and you know it. Hook 'em up.